You know, at the end of the day, it all comes down to how do you feel. That's what it's all about. How do you feel? Are you happy? I mean, are you satisfied with life? I know I sound like a commercial. If you're not satisfied with life, send 3 easy payments of $19.95 to me, and I'll make you completely happy. I'll send you a book, How to Be Happy, and it'll have all kind of things, including, you know, what to do to people, how to say things to people, why to go to certain places, where to travel, what to do, and how you can do things, and so on and so forth. All for just 3 easy payments of $19.95. I'll show you how to be happy. You know, one thing is that sometimes when people sell you stuff like that, it has the placebo effect. If you believe this will make you happy, you really will be happy. You'll be happy because you believe it. Because you actually think that this stuff makes you happy. You'll do whatever the person says do, and it'll make you feel good. But the truth is, you could have actually done the same thing on your own without having to spend. You could have saved yourself 3 easy payments of $19.95. You know, and just been happy anyway. A lot of times, it is a matter of belief. See, I think that believing things is very powerful. I'm not going to go into some debate issue. This is just a thought on my mind. Just a thought. It's not science. So, it's just, I think that when people really believe something, it makes them feel good. If you expect to be happy, you're more likely to be happy. If you expect to be miserable, you're more likely to be miserable. Although sometimes things change. Sometimes you expect to be miserable and things happen. You change your mind. I'm kind of from this old school of thinking that, you know, from the David Hume school of thinking of questioning cause and effect. Because I question this whole thing. What we generally think makes us happy. The things that cause happiness. If you get a lot of money, that causes you to be happy. If you had a lot of material things, that'll cause you to be happy. I question it. I say, is that true? Is it true? How do you know? You know, the most important question David Hume ever got anybody to think was, how do you know? And that makes you think about it. He doesn't give you answers, but he gives you questions, and that's what's important. What is it that, you know, sometimes in life you have to think, what is it that really makes me happy? You know, I kind of have my own thoughts about it, and I think what really makes people happy is their attitude. A person's attitude toward life. You know, there will be times when things will happen that you don't like. But if you have the right kind of attitude, you recover. You recover from bad things. You recover from tough situations. You know, I mean, I'm not happy when I lose things or when people die or somebody gets sick or when I get sick or when I have to do things. I'm not happy about those things, but I get over it and I have a positive attitude about it. I said, well, okay, this is a setback in my life, but, you know, I'm going to bounce back from this. And, you know, if you expect that from yourself, you will. You will bounce back from bad things. You know, a lot of times in life, my attitude has helped me. Times when I didn't have anything, when I didn't have any kind of money or a job or anything else, I always thought positive. I always thought of ways of making my life better. You know, I used to, that's how I got into learning Spanish, because I thought, well, if I don't have a job and I don't have anything else going on, I might as well at least learn something that could actually be helpful in the future. And that's what happened. That's what I did. And then I started getting into philosophy and everything else, and just getting more and more into writing. And it was because of my attitude. That attitude really helped me to stay at a higher level than I would have been if I had a more pessimistic attitude. I just think that having the right attitude is really, really important in life. I think it's important to have a positive attitude. I know that I have been criticized many times for being too positive, for having too much of a positive attitude, you know, for being too optimistic. And believe me, I'm not kidding. I really have gotten a lot of criticism for that. But I'm always going to be positive. I'm always going to be optimistic, because the alternative to me is just so distasteful. I don't want to be pessimistic. And I don't think you have to be. And I think that being positive isn't being phony, and it's not being unrealistic, and it's not being irresponsible. I think you can be realistic and positive. You know, it's not just an automatic connection that being negative is realistic and being positive is unrealistic. I just don't buy into that ideal. A lot of people think that that's the way things are, but I don't. And that's really all I have to say about that.